Suffolk County.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. Oh, I can't see. Blind. Hi, I'm Linda, and thank you so much for meeting with me.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Royce Branch, and it's a pleasure.
Oh, most definitely. I understand that you are an up-and-coming real estate firm. You're really, I guess, one of the top leading firms in the city.
Yes, ma'am. I work for Jones and Jones, and I've been, personally, I've been working with them for about 5 years now, and we represent clients from all different sectors, and yeah, I've been doing real estate for a while now, and it's I really love it, and like I said, this is what I love to do, and I'm currently working for Absentia, which is a large which is my client Absentia, and we're just looking to see what you got. You may have a property that we're interested in, and I wanted to see if we could maybe come to some terms on that and see. We got some interest in that, and we'd love to see if we could talk to you about it and possibly take that off your hands.
Oh, guaranteed. The clients would definitely love it. They would love to hear that. I mean, they are actually wanting to do that.
Okay.
They really are.
Yes, ma'am.
So, as you know the history behind the property?
A little bit. If you could give me,
Sure.
I got it in the portfolio, but
Right.
we could always. I'd love to review it and just kind of.
Surely. Well, as you know, the property was built back in 1884.
Okay.
That's information that you have.
Yes, ma'am.
And at the time that it was built, of course, Mr. Bullard was top of his game as far as the builder is concerned.
Yes, ma'am.
And the property really stayed immaculate until the 1950s. And at that point, the property started going, the whole area really started going down.
Yes, ma'am.
But what Gotham has done is that recently they did a condo and a tenants' right legislation in the city, to where the actuality is that no condos can be built, but the row houses can be built, and commercial property can be built. But the client that I'm representing is stating that they absolutely will not take any offer for any possibility of one, destroying the property and then rebuilding, or two, that you would defraud them in a way of saying that you don't, that you're not representing your offer correctly. They want to ensure that whenever you do buy it, you're buying it for the purposes that you're saying that you're going to buy it. And then lastly, one of the shareholders, which is the grandson of Mr. Bullard, would like to be able to buy one portion, if it goes into a duplex, to buy a duplex, or if you're going to have the row houses, to be able to buy the row house after it's refurbished. And he wants to live there until his days are have ended. So that's one of the conditions that we have with that particular sale of that property. Now, as I stated, the city has put restrictions to where we cannot build anything beyond row houses or duplexes. Is that something that you'd be interested in?
Well, of course, I kind of understand the whole aspect of what they're trying to do there. I know the downtown area, is in a revitalization stage, and and of course, with that, with revitalization, there's going to become all types of different sectors. I know your client wants to stay close to the residential housing, so to speak. And of course, my client, that's what we do. We do luxury residential housing, hotels, and things of that nature. But most importantly, we'd like to stick true to the feel and looks of the area that we're trying to buy within.
Sure. Now, this is a drawing that I think that you were provided um, this is what we have the property looking like now, as far as the historical area.
Okay.
And there were gardens here,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
now it has not been maintained because the client does not want to spend any more money. They do not want to put out anything else. So
Okay.
anything that has to be refurbished has to be part of the sale.
Okay, yeah, no problem. So, how have you guys handled? I know with the revival, this has been a ongoing transition. It's gone from
yeah.
super max luxury to
Near slums.
crime-ridden
Yes.
area, slums, so to speak,
Right.
to government housing. To how have you guys kind of handled that transition? And what we're trying to do in transitioning back into the ultra chic, ultra revitalization, so to speak, of what Gotham is trying to do for this area. And has your client taken some of that into consideration and maybe being open to developers who can't traditionally stick to the just the housing, residential housing? Would he be open to maybe something that's like a split to where we could do residential housing, maybe some hotel space with the commercial storefronts as well?
No, they have been very, very, very strict, and they have. Our last meeting was very contentious with the client who I represent, and about 8 years ago, they bought back this property because they are the descendants of the Bullards, and they specifically will refuse anyone who bulldozes this property down at all.
Now, okay, so one thing about Jones and Jones, what we like to do, the client who we represent, they will, if they allow us to purchase this property, which the Bullard Housing Project the name it speaks for itself.
Yes, it's been around for a
We
long
would incorporate everything that they have right now and just build around it, but also bring what's there, upgrade it and renovate it to the standard that says Bullard Housing.
Now, that's something that they would really consider. They would consider, as long as you keep the integrity of the building, either they have said 51, the 50 row houses,
Okay.
or 51, I think, and then the 90 duplexes. Then if you want to build around, and say, here are the houses here, and here's a fountain here. They're looking at, the possibility that you could put some of these commercial buildings that are either here or here, but they don't want to have so many people come through that there's a lot of noise, and it distracts.
Yeah.
And that would cause tenants not wanting to move in because of the noise.
Well, here's a good thing about luxury development. It's the old saying, you pay for what you get, so to
Sure,
speak. So
right.
that's probably not going to be an issue. I think you just like when in the transition from being the Bullard houses of old to the crime-ridden, it was what it was, and so you got what was currently in that state, the type of people that were currently in that state. So, we would like to, my partner, my client, we would like to again take the Bullard housing projects, keep it exactly the way it is, but also take it to add another dimension to it, to where we build on the Bullard housing name and foundation and integrity, and we're going to put all those things that they're looking for, and turn this back into the Bullard housings of old. Keep that old feel, but also add some new new modern feel as well.
Oh, sure.
And so
And I think that they are very much interested in the fact that you are willing to refurbish.
okay.
But you obviously will keep to keep that integrity of the Bullard home name, that you will keep the historical look.
Yes, ma'am. Because I mean, ultimately, that's what's gonna be the ultimate attractor, is the actual Bullard name, the prestigiousness of that family and what they did, and the charm and the character of what they did with these houses when they initially were built. And so my client would love to build on that, keep everything the same, but again, also do some modern renovations to add to that, and make it a blend.
Sure.
So
Well,
to go along with the area that it in. I mean, if you look around, I mean, the area is currently, again, it's in a transition, and I think for what we want to do, it'll give us that new and the old feel with the modern twist on it.
Good. Okay. Well, to be honest with you, we have I've already discussed this with the client about 3 offers that we already have on the table, and to be able to get some kind of idea of what you were talking about in your cost, and how much cash would you be able to afford to pay up front, and for I mean, just from hearing what you're saying, I have a feeling that maybe you have some kind of idea of what it's going to cost you to do this.
Yes, ma'am.
And if the fact that these other 3 real estate companies like yourself have made already offers, and the family is interested in one in particular.
Okay.
But I did want to be honest with you about that, to let you know that there is one real estate firm that the they're just very interested in keeping everything as it is.
Yes,
and it
ma'am.
sounds like that you are in competition, in a very good place of competition with the one real estate firm that the family is really interested in. And it sounds like you might have something that is in that same competitive area.
Yes, ma'am. You know, I think we've done our research. We understand the competitive market out there, and we also understands the dynamics of what the Bullard family is going through. We know that that as they hold on to this, they need the cash flow to hold on to this stuff.
Well,
so ultimately,
the taxes definitely have gone up, and they're having to make sure that those are paid. They have very few tenants left in the building because of an agreement they made with them. Therefore, we're dwindling cash flow at this point, and looking at taxes that have to be paid. Plus, they have a $2 million loan plus interest on that. That I think they have 13 more years left in that payment. But they are looking to be able to capitalize on that. And again, they do not want to put any more money into the property at all. But they do need to sell the property.
Man, they got a lot of demand for
they do.
for needing the cash flow. It sounds to me like they need to get some money in here, huh?
I would love to, but have you ever had something that was so valuable to you that you
sentimental?
Yeah, right.
Yes, ma'am.
This is what
I totally understand.
This client feels. It's sentimental, and they want to ensure that the next person who takes over, next firm, whomever, that they will have that same feeling about this property. And that's why they are so persistent in what they are requesting. more likely what they are requiring.
Yes, ma'am. So I tell you what, today, my clients, we are ready to offer you guys, I think, we are ready to offer right now 17 mil.
Wow, that's interesting. that's very. I mean, that's probably a competitive offer there. And what about the 2 million? Let's talk.
That's everything. That's your cash flow that you need. This would be a.
Now, how much would you pay up front? Because I'm sure that the 17
Well, we
million.
want to get you guys out of this immediately. So we'll
Now,
give you.
okay, now remember that we have one family member
Okay.
who is a grandson who wants to be able to buy back a duplex or a row home.
Okay. So what we will do, we will offer you 17 million. Okay, and we will give him. So he wants to buy back a
Either
condo.
the row house or a duplex, whichever one.
So he wants himself an apartment, basically, in this area.
Because he wants to stay here.
Okay.
He's a grandson.
Okay.
And his father's going to run for mayor
Okay.
soon. He wants to work on the mayor's commission and
Okay.
things like
Yeah.
that. So he has a reason. He's still
No
young.
problem. So we'll do 17 million plus one luxury apartment for the Bullard Trust. Okay, and with options to buy for that young man, and on that apartment, or we could discuss that. We'll put in the wording to be discussed at time of purchase.
Right. Just as long as we're not going over anything that's elaborate. You know, if it's 350,000 or less, then we're looking at a good ballpark
Okay.
picture. And I know that that's what I understand that the going rate for
I'll tell you what
of
we'll
those
do.
duplexes are.
Okay, so we'll do. If I could do, how about we'll do 17 million plus an apartment. Okay, in that apartment, when he decides to move in, we would deduct that from the money that we give you guys, and he has his apartment.
That's
So basically, you're looking at 17.335.
17.35.
Yeah,
Okay.
17,350,000.
Right. Okay. All right, and now they are going to have to pay that $2 million, which they would take out of that,
Okay.
and that is their expense plus their back taxes.
Okay.
And so,
We are ready to cut you guys a check for that amount today.
well, considering that you added on,
Yes, ma'am.
then that makes it very, very agreeable.
Okay.
It's something that I really think that the family wants me to do this
Okay.
today.
Okay. Let's. I think we can get it done today. If you agree on it.
Well, I agree to the 17 million alone, no. But since you added the apartment, most definitely.
Yes, ma'am.
And I think that we can make a deal.
Okay. So you're the name of your. So Jones & Jones is. You accept Jones & Jones' offer of 17,350,000.
Since you added the apartment on there, yes. And
Okay.
I think that, of course, now, with everything that you have and you've done your research
Yes,
and
ma'am.
everything, then he's going to have to pay his utilities
Yes.
as well.
Yes, ma'am.
And so that would be the only thing that I just want to ensure.
So we're basically paying for his apartment.
Yes, well, you are. And
Yes,
then all
ma'am.
he'll have to do is pay
And then
his-
he has to take care of his utilities and taxes from there on out.
Yeah, okay.
Once he moves in.
I think that's a workable offer, and it's something that I really think that the company that Downtown's architect stated that as long as whomever buys this, that they keep it in the 90 luxury duplexes or the 51 row houses, and if you want to add something around that,
Yes, ma'am.
then they're willing to work
That's
with
what we'll do, because ultimately we want to make our client happy, you know. But we also want to make our purchaser happy. And I think what we do we can have a great mix of keeping the old, coming in with the new, and making a great blend, and it blending into the area, and contributing to the revitalization of this
Okay. Well,
downtown area.
I am, this is a non-formal agreement, but
Okay.
it's something that I do think that whenever I take this back
Yes,
to
ma'am.
them this afternoon,
Okay.
then I do believe that we will be able to do this.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank
And
you.
it has been a pleasure, and it has been great.
Royce, it's
great
been a
being
pleasure
with
as well.
And I think
Thank you
your
so
client will be happy,
much.
and my client will be happy, and everybody will win in this deal.
I think so too.
And
All right.
we'll make this downtown area look amazing.
Thank you for making it a reality for this family.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.